Hey everyone, it's Rachel. So I wanted to hop on today and talk really natural foundation. First of all, I'm going to put on a little primer while we get started talking. I'm using the Bellamy, not that one, it's Glow Drops. I'm going to use the Bellamy Illuminating Primer. This is going to give just some really subtle glow to the skin, make it really just illuminated. If you prefer a mattifying primer, that's totally fine too. I always recommend a primer even when you're going for a natural look because that's going to make your foundation wear all day. Primer is going to minimize pores, give you a really even working space. So I'm going to get that on. I've moved my setup, as you guys can see, and I'm trying not to shake you all. It's a work in progress. I may have to get a little bit more stable of a situation. It seems like whenever I move, the camera is shaking, so sorry about that. All a work in progress. So I've got that primer on. I'm going to give it a few minutes to kind of do what it needs to do. So primer's going to do a couple things. It's going to minimize pores. It's going to help smooth out fine lines and wrinkles so you have a really even surface area. And it's going to make your foundation really last all day. So if you're someone that has trouble with your foundation staying put, or maybe you feel like the coverage kind of goes like wonky at the end of the day, using a primer is really going to help you out, okay? This primer is the Bellamy Primer, so I love it because it has the skincare built in. This is not available for customers yet, but partners can purchase it. But it's got the baobab oil in it, lots of vitamins and minerals, so you're getting a little extra dose of skincare as well. But you need to give it maybe 30 seconds to a minute to really do its thing. So while it's doing that, I'm going to put on just a little lip mask because my lips are dry. Hope you guys are well today. I'm looking a little rough. Henry kept me up a lot last night. Somehow, I'm going to move my hair out of the way. The slats in my bed, in Henry's bed last night, they broke. So he woke up, his bed was broken. We have to get a new slat. So we moved to the other room, but I didn't get a great night of sleep. Hey, Christina. So I'm looking a little tired, so we're going to get this done. I also sunless tanned, so we're going to use a little bit of a darker foundation. All right. Hey, Terry. So I'm going to go in with a foundation. Let's talk about foundation. I really like this foundation because it wears like a BB cream. If you're going for a really natural foundation look, my favorites are BB creams, medium to light coverage foundations. Hey, Christina. Those full coverage foundations are great, but if you're doing a natural look, they're not going to be what you need. Obviously, you're going to need to be comfortable with your skin to do kind of a minimal look. So I'm going to show you my favorite way to apply. I find that when you use a brush, things are usually more full coverage. When you use a blending bud, a wet blending bud, that's going to help it to really get down into your skin. Hey, Barb. I'm getting so many messages. I should have put this on Do Not Disturb. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one pump right on my blending bud, and I'm just going to kind of evenly distribute that. Now, you don't necessarily have to put your foundation everywhere. If you have really great skin, you can kind of spot treat where you put the foundation, especially if you just have a few areas. Maybe you're just really red around your mouth. You could focus there. Maybe you just have some discoloration here. I'm going to do just a really light coat all over. That's the way I prefer to do it, but it's totally up to you. Less is more. And so the wet blending bud is really going to push that down into the skin and help it just kind of melt in so that you're getting a little bit of coverage, but it still looks like your skin. Do you see how that looks like my skin, but it's like slightly perfected? It just looks hydrated, dewy, like we've got a really good finish. And this is my favorite because it has a hyaluronic acid in it and it's also water-based. So it kind of just really gets into your skin, gives you an extra dose of that hyaluronic acid, which holds 1,000 times its weight in water, you guys. So if you're struggling with dry skin or wanting to plump out kind of fine lines and wrinkles, it's really going to help with that. And you can use more than one pump, but we're going for a really natural look today. So I just do one, really put it in there, okay? And then you're going to want to go in with your concealer, if you want. I like concealer, especially since I didn't sleep last night. So I'm going to grab, I like to use concealer number 1. It is lighter than my current skin color. I like to go 1 to 2 shades lighter. It's a personal preference. I like kind of that brightening effect. It kind of like wakes your face up. So because we're being natural, I'm gonna grab a brush. So there's a couple different ways you can apply this. You can take the product and swipe it right on under your eyes. It's gonna give you a lot of product, which is totally fine, but we're going for a natural look. So I'm gonna take it on a brush. And this concealer, you guys, has caffeine in it, which makes me happy because not only does it make my eyes look awake, it's like coffee for my eyes. So that caffeine is literally gonna help to de-puff all this like puffiness I have from not sleeping. And my itchy eyes because my allergies are kicking today. And so they're super itchy. So that's gonna help depuff. And then I like to take it right between my eyebrows just for a little highlight. I'll take it down here, a little bit right here, okay? Then I'm gonna take that same blending bud and just kind of gently press it into the skin. This is gonna be a super short video because I'm just kind of showing you the basics here. So I'm pressing that in, just like that. Just to make it kind of blur the edges, get us some really good light coverage, but now we're looking awake, okay? So that is how I do it. Now, I like to set it. Bellamy doesn't have a setting powder. I've currently been using the KKW powder, KKW Beauty. I'm loving her powder. It's very, very fine. You can apply it a couple different ways. If you were doing a more full coverage look, you could take your wet blending bud, dip it in and press it in and bake. I'm not always a fan of baking. You need to have normal to oily skin. Doing it on dry skin is gonna make it a little bit cakey. I'm gonna take this brush, just dip a little bit, have a little bit in the lid, and I'm just gonna gently, I'm just gonna set it like this. Now this concealer is really great. You do not have to set it. I like to set it. I like more of a matte look under the eye. It's a personal preference. I like the kind of dewiness and the shine, but I like it specific places. I like to sit right here because I'm not like a super dewy person in this part of my face. You see how that's just like calming that down? And then I like to sit right on my forehead. All right. And then I just take a big old fluffy brush. This is a big old Bellamy brush. And I just kind of dust to make sure we're good to go. And that, you guys, is how you get a really natural looking base face. And at this point, you could go in with bronzer, blush, a little mascara, whatever you want to do. But I just wanted to show you guys how to kind of fake a really natural look, but just perfect it a little bit. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. You can message me. We still do have our holiday bundles on sale, which are anywhere from 32 to 42% off. So if you had any questions about that, I would love to help you. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Stay dry. I know it's like super rainy. So have a great weekend, guys. Love you all. Bye.